financial intelligence on the road right here on the Breakfast Jam. Coming up next, this is SANMI Akindipe.
Hello, I am SANMI Akindipe and this is Money Matters. Today I'll be sharing the topic with you, how to make the first 10 million in your life. If you have not made your first 10 million before, this is a principle you can use to make your first 10 million in your life. And if you have made the first 10 million in your life before, I want you to apply this principle. I've made it flexible in such a way that if you have made the first 10 million in your life, you can use the same principle to make the first 100 million in your life. And if you have made the first 100 million in your life, you can use it to make the first 1 billion in your life. So I'm going to be sharing that principle with you once I come back from this break. Don't go away.
Money does not make you rich, but financial intelligence does. And you can get that from SANMI's book and CDs. Call this number, 0806-900-3886. That's 0806-900-3886. Or you can hit them up at www.sanmiakindipe.com.
Welcome back, and the title of today's discussion I'll be sharing with you is how to make the first 10 million in your life. And if you've made that before, how to make the first 100 million in your life. And if you've made that before, how to make the first 1 billion in your life. Now, if you have not made the first 10 million all your life, that is 10 million down in your bank account, and then you still have money to do some other things, and then the 10 million is your own. If you have not made that before, these are principles I'm going to be sharing with you, and it's going to change your life. Number one principle is that you must have not less than 4 sources of income. You must have not less than 4 sources of income. Now, when I say you must have not less than 4 sources of income, this is the angle from which I'm speaking from. There are some people that have 1 source of income and they made that money in their life. Why? Because all the effort they will have used to have 4 sources of income, they've put it to having 1 source of income. It's still the same thing, but in most of the cases, it is only 1% out of 100% that used to have that case. 99% of the time, you discover that you need to have 4 sources of income for you to make the first 10 million of your life. And it is very, very important for me to explain that again by saying that your 4 sources of income can be enclosed in 1 single source of income. Let me put it this way. Let's assume you are involved in a particular business of production. When you produce that thing, ordinarily producing that thing makes you to get profit when you sell it out. Now, when you sell it out, you can also have the opportunity of buying the raw materials to produce that thing. There are different points in the production process of that particular thing that I'm referring to that can bring you different money. Even though it's still a single process, in that process, you have different areas there where someone can measure, even though it's still the same line. Now, this is what I'm saying. Assuming somebody is into printing of books. If you're into printing of book, for example, if you have a printing press, you can print your book. And if you have a printing press, you can print other people's book. Now, if you have a printing press, you can distribute your books that you have printed. You can write your book yourself. And then when you are distributing your book that you have printed, you can also distribute other people's book. Now, within the scope of writing your book, printing your book, distributing your book, you have different jobs area there where someone can decide that I'm specializing in distribution of books, I'm specializing in printing of books, I'm specializing in writing of books. And then you now do all the 4 together. So it can be those 4 areas that are the 4 sources of income. So that's what I mean. 4 sources of income, you need to have them to make, that's number one principle, to make the first 10 million in your life. Number 2, the number 2 principle you need to develop to make the first 10 million of your life is that you've got to be able to develop your investment skill. if money come in for you, you should be able to invest not less than 60% of that income to be able to make the first 10 million of your life and use about 20% on your expenses. I am giving you practical, because in the future you are eventually going to be enjoying all of those things you are not enjoying now, and that's what we call delayed gratification. So number 2 principle is, for you to make the first 10 million in your life, you need to have imbibed what we call delayed gratification. Number 3 is, you cannot make the first 10 million in your life if you are not financially intelligent. It is so solid, it is so sure, it is so important. What is the level of your financial intelligence? How many financial books do you read? How many financial CDs do you listen to? How much of intelligence do you have about business, about investing, and about how to handle money? The less you have, the lesser the ability to make the first 10 million of your life. And let me say this, when you make the first 10 million of your life, it is easier for you to make your first 100 million, and it is easier for you to make any other money you want to make in life. But if you have not made that, then you can be sure that you are into serious issue, and you need to look at it very critically. Making your first 10 million, you should also know, this is another important point, you should also know that it is very, very important for you to believe in your mind that it is possible for you to make your first 10 million. Now, I need to say this clearly. Some people believe because they are driving their boss. In fact, you may be in the vehicle of your boss now. You may be in the car of your boss. I mean, MD or your manager, and you are driving him or her to the office, and you are listening to me now, or both of you are listening to me together. For the fact that you are driving him or her does not mean you cannot make the first 10 million in your life, and does not mean that that is where you are going to die. The fact that you are a cleaner in that working place does not mean that that's where you are going to die. You've got to tune your mindset and tune it to a position that it is possible for you to also make the first 10 million in your life. When you tune off that mindset and you begin to practice some of these principles I've explained, you discover that it becomes a lot easier for you to make a lot of this money. And you know, that's why I'm going to encourage you as much as possible. I am here for you. I am here to help you. Go to www.sanmiakindipe.com. I spell it as SANMIAKINDIPE.com. Subscribe to my Money Magnet newsletter, because I will be able to explain all of these processes to you as you subscribe to my newsletter, and then you discover that eventually along the line they start building you financially to make you strong and attract any kind of wealth you actually want for your life. On this note, I'm going to close, and I must say that you can do me a mail at sanmi@sanmiakindipe.com, and then you can also give us a call, buy our material, order for them by calling 080-6900-3886, or go to www.setgroupafrica.com/money magnet, and you see my material there. You can download them, order for them online, order for all the CDs, or order for the complete set of the books, and I can assure you that it will change your entire life. Do not forget our family finance seminar. You must bring your wife, and you must encourage your husband to come, because we are going to be teaching you how to start your successful family business that will not make your children to start looking for a job when they are through with school. And even if they are looking for a job now, it can create generational wealth for you even when they are not interested in that particular business. Till I come your way next time, I am Sanmi Akindipe, and I am saying, as you go out today, God will prosper your way. All will be well with you. God will lift up your head. You will not die and cry in shame. It is well with you. Remain blessed. Till I come your way next time, remain financially intelligent.
Is your house killing you already? Maybe you want to stop paying your landlord's bills. Do you wish to fire him before he even fires you? Then get a plot of land in Set Garden Estates. Call 0705-547-6135 or visit www.setgroupafrica.com. Stop paying those bills. Own your own land.